Now, people, being as though it is Friday, Flashback Friday, as some people like to call it, let me put a little disclaimer up because I really don't know if I'm going to drop this episode later on tonight or if I'm going to drop it Saturday. I just don't want anybody to be thrown off and think that I'm going crazy and have forgotten which fucking day is which. But, either way, if I drop it tonight, if I drop it tomorrow, just know that it is Friday. And this is the day that I am recording this. And being as though it is, some people consider it Flashback Friday. I do sometimes my damn self. I said, let me, I was going to do another commentary for a movie I hadn't seen before. But I said, no, I said, let's do a throwback flick, something that'll keep me in my happy place, something that'll, maybe get the listeners engaged in this one because it's a classic, it's a throwback, but it is a cult classic nonetheless. This is a film. I'll talk about how much this movie means to me and like my expectations moving forward as far as this property goes. But this is a film that concept wise is pretty damn terrifying, man. I'm not gonna hold y'all. Just the concept alone used to scare the hell out of me. And even when I was a kid, looking at the front cover of this, the hand with the globe spinning like a basketball, and there were people, or not even the globe, it was literally the earth, because they were not of this earth, but the fingertip of the hand spinning that, spinning the world. They had the world at their disposal, and it was on some, oh, they're cruising the galaxy and stopped for a bite to eat. That's actually a line in the movie. Just the concept alone is terrifying. And I know the movie may seem cheesy, and a lot of the effects and the acting and the writing and direction does not hold up well. This is still a classic for me, man. This movie meant a lot to my childhood. Shit, it means a lot to my adulthood now. But there's just a lot of things that I expect from this movie moving forward. I don't know if it's realistic or not, but I know they've teased it a little bit. Um, what's to come in the future. But people, here we are with the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, 1988. This movie came out. It was a good year for horror around that time. I mean, that's if people don't include The Dream Child and Jason Takes Manhattan and Halloween 5. Even though those movies, is as flawed as they are, there's still a lot of fun to be had with those films. But 88 was a good year for horror. I know a lot of people say it was the end of the horror genre, the slasher genre in particular, and horror didn't get reinvigorated until the mid 90s or so. I don't believe that. I feel like every year had an underrated, good run for horror movies, whether it be, killer clowns, whether it be killer people, whether it be killer animals, alien, doesn't matter, man. But the Kyoto brothers, man, these guys have had their hands in a lot of shit that I did not even know about until today. Not only did they, one of them had directed the Killer Clowns, and we'll get to that in a second, but they've had their hands as far as special effects goes. They've had their hands in the Critter series, RoboCop, UHF, which I actually haven't seen before. I think that's that movie with Weird Al Yankovic, and I heard it's a bit of a spoof. And I don't know. I just didn't really have any intentions on watching it. Maybe I will one day. I think somebody in the Cinemaniacs recommended it to me. Ernest Scared Stupid, The Stupids. They had parts in that. I don't know how many people remember that movie Pinata Survival Island. Yeah, exactly. Me neither. But all I know is what's his name? Brendan Nicholas, the one who plays Xander from Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I think was in that Survival Island movie. They were in they have effects credits for, Team America, a whole bunch of stuff, man. But, of course, their most notable work is the Killer Clowns from Outer Space, man. And it was directed by Stephen Kyoto. And the other two are Edward and Charles Kyoto. And the three of these guys, I I kind of admire these guys, man. Not only are they keeping it all in the family, all in the, the sibling tie-ins, but they managed to, I feel like they were well aware of what they were making. And they didn't take this movie seriously at all. And be that as it may, there are parts in this film that truly scared the shit out of me as a kid. I'm telling y'all, there are more scenes than I can count that scared the shit out of me. Now, I don't know if I said this before on the Tudor Reviews podcast, but I'm gonna say it now. I'm gonna keep it a bean with y'all. I am low key terrified of clowns. I don't like clowns at all, and that has a lot to do with this movie. That has a lot to do with the movie It. Those were like the only two clown movies I was really fond of as a kid. and it destroyed Ronald McDonald, Bozo the Clown for me, as a child. Because there was, I'll share it with you guys, man. Fuck it. Like, when I was a kid, I just had this dream. I went into a darkened Pizza Hut. There were no lights on, no nothing. And at the back door by the, there was like the kitchen area. By the back door at the sink, how in restaurants you have the triple sinks, the sanitize, the rinse, and whatever the fuck. By the sink there was this clown who was like kind of hunched over, and he slowly looked up at me. And when he looked up, he had white gloves on, but he was licking blood off of his fingers while he was like crouching, like sitting upward, and he stared at me. He stared at me and rushed towards me, and it's one of those dreams where you get that jump scare and you just wake the fuck up. So this movie messed up a lot for me as a kid, man. And there are scenes now, like even as an adult, they're not particularly scary. I'll say they're creepy. It's kind of like, ugh, that's weird. It's not like, oh my god, I'm fucking terrified. But let me say this about this film. While I do love this film, and believe me, as much as I love it, it's not going to get a 10 out of 10. I'll tell y'all that right now. Get that out your fucking head. As much as I adore this film, and as much as it means to me, the nostalgia factor and everything, there's a lot of shit that doesn't hold up in this movie, and I have to be completely honest about that. But as far as the future goes with this property, I can't remember who acquired the rights to this film. It was some type of deal that went down where the rights for this and a whole bunch of other franchises or properties went somewhere else. But the Killer Clowns is actually a part of that deal. So my thing is, are we going to get a sequel? Are we going to get the return of the Killer Clowns or the revenge of the Killer Clowns? I'm cool with that. I'm cool with you can't really call it a direct sequel when there's no sequels in the series at all. Or to this movie at all, because it's not a series, it's just a solo film. But I'm actually cool with that. However many years later, the Killer Clowns just so happened to come back, and it was always hinted that they would return, man. I mean, they dropped pies on these guys' faces at the end, and we don't know if they were the pies that melt them or just regular pies, but they drop pies on their faces when they take off in their spaceship at the end of the movie, and then they play the theme. So it was always hinted at that they would be back. Now, I'm cool either way if they make a sequel, but I'm gonna be real, and this might piss a lot of people off, but I want people to understand where I'm coming from as far as how dated this movie is and how dated it looks. I'm all for a fucking remake. I'm absolutely for it. This is a concept again that's terrifying. Therefore, they can make the remake. They could add the humor in there, the dark humor that is scattered throughout this film, but they can make the Killer Clowns absolutely horrifying. A remake could really stretch things, and they could keep the practical effects. They could update everything. It could work, people, but we're not going to talk too much about a remake. I'm pretty sure as the commentary goes along, I'll drop little tidbits. Imagine if they could remake this part and remake that part, because there's a lot of parts in here I would love to see updated. But as far as the cast, Grant Kramer's in here, John Allen Nelson, Royal Dano. Royal Dano is one of those guys who just pops up in whatever type of movie he wants to. John Vernon's in here, and Suzanne Snyder, who's no stranger to horror herself. She was in Return of the Living Dead 2. Y'all can check out my commentary for that if y'all want. But people, again, as I said when I did my commentary for the host and a host of other episodes, I am watching this online, and of course this is the standard theatrical cut of the Killer Clowns. I'm almost sure there is no other version of this film. If there is, somebody let me know. But this is the theatrical cut of this movie, and that's just in case anybody's tuning in with me. And if y'all are tuning in with me, y'all know y'all are the true To The Reviews MVPs. So let's go with this commentary, people, for the Killer Clowns from Outer Space. I will hit the play button in 3, 2, 1. God damn, they jumped right into gear. I get it. Calm down. It is all right. Even listen, even the intro scares me. The music scares me, and the fact that they're just laughing, and it's like almost a distorted laugh. I love the title card, man. I love the font for the Killer Clowns, and I love how From Outer Space pops up, and it's all like illuminated in the background. And shout out to the Dickies, man. They made a really dope ass memorable theme song for this film, man. I'll make us right. Alright, I'm not gonna sing the whole song, I promise. Alright, I'm not gonna promise though. Everybody, it's that shit, man. Why did the song just sound? It sounded like it skipped real quick. John Vernon, I'm wondering, does he play like he plays Mooney in this movie? But I'm wondering, does he play an asshole in everything he's in? Because I feel like he does. There we go down. It's public intoxication, isn't it? Why is he so upset? This motherfucker look like Spitz from Halloween 5. It's funny I mentioned Halloween 5 earlier because that's exactly what he looks like. Spitz with glasses.
Nothing yet, Dave. But Friday night's just started.
And I got plenty of motherfuckers to lock up because I'm miserable.
Check in with you later. That was a hot tune from the Dwarf Man.
And I also love that it takes place in a small town. Not anything, but a lot of horror movies where a small town is overrun by specific evil. I love that shit, man, because it's like everybody in town knows each other. They call each other by first or last name. When they mention them to other people, they mention their first and last name. Like the dude's like, "That's McGreeve, Bob McGreeve's Jeep." Like everybody knows each other. The police, the civilians, the ice cream guys in this case. And I like that they've got this makeout point. Freak ass ice cream dealers.
Cool off those hot lips with our tasty frozen fruity bars, icy icies, fudgy wudgy bars, and everyone's favorite frozen delight, the lick-a-stick. Jeez, what the? Get out of here, you morons! Hey, take your ice cream and get lost. Oh yeah?
That's who are they? Peter Lacasse and Michael Siegel playing Rich and Paul.
Those guys, man. What the hell are they doing here? Great idea.
Everybody loves ice cream.
What do you mean? It was your idea. Hey, why don't we just park here for a while?
Probably not.
Hey, what are you guys trying to pull here?
Oh, well, we thought we'd park here for a while.
You said we could have all the ice cream we wanted, but you didn't say anything about parking. What kind of girls do you think we are?
They thought they was gonna get some head. That's all. They seen them, eating them firecrackers and them popsicles and shit.
Don't worry, we intend to.
Wasn't that called wasn't the red, white, and blue popsicle called the firecracker? I want to say it was.
Don't blame me. I didn't want to come here. Hey, why don't we try this?
Oh, that's dumb.
Hey, wait a minute. What's playing? Knuckleheads.
You know those guys.
Those guys are my best friends from school. I'll tell you, whenever I want to have a good time, I call Rich and Paul. A night out with those guys is a total adventure.
I bet. You know, it's really weird that they're in the back of their car on a fucking inflatable raft.
Much kissing you.
I understand that it's cushioned, but I don't know, a raft? Like, who blew it up? They didn't have, like, the electronic air pumps back then. At least not for those. Unless they went to the gas station. I don't know. I'm thinking way too much into this.
Great.
I'd be like, babe, well, it's time to go. Everything we do in here, we can do at home.
I saw that. That was incredible.
Did you see that little thing?
For some reason, I love bloodhounds. They just seem like they're just so. First of all, Royal Dano is great. Why do I want to say Royal Dano was in I'm not gonna look it up yet, but I want to say he was in that movie. What's the movie with the green little aliens? Invaders? Was it Invaders from Mars? I want to say it was Invaders from Mars, where the little green aliens, the little short green aliens. I feel like he was in that movie. But I love Bloodhounds because they look like curious and happy in the saddest way, if that makes any fucking sense at all.
Don't give me that. You saw how close it was.
Oh, Space Invaders. That's what it. Ha! Yo, I remember Space Invaders. I don't really remember many scenes, but I remember the movie. He was in the Ghoulies 2.
Take it with us.
He was in House 2.
Come on.
That's funny. I was going to do commentary for House 1 today, but I felt as though that's definitely an intox commentary. Yo, Space Invaders, y'all. I know we're here for the Killer Clowns, but y'all know I get sidetracked. I forgot about this goddamn movie.
Well, I'll be greased and fried.
You about to be.
Blue blazes the circus doing up in these parts? Yeah, I love the circus. Come on, maybe we can get us some free passes.
And I love how he's just the cliche old farmer type of guy. He's got his plaid shirt with his jumper on top of that. He's got a bloodhound. He's got his lantern. He seemed like he'd be a good neighbor, if he wasn't, as long as he's not racist.
I've never seen one that looked like this one before.
See, and here we go. The motherfuckers investigating. But honestly, let's keep it a beam, people. Had nobody investigated anything with this tent or the shooting star, people still would have been getting murked in town. Because the clowns came there to set up shop.
Where is everybody?
They purposely came there. It's not like, John Carpenter's The Thing where the UFO crash landed. They set up shop on Earth in that town. Look at this shit here. Now, I don't know who these actors are playing the clowns, so I won't name them as they pop up. I just know the designs for the clowns are really creepy and they're really cool.
Who?
Poor dog.
Pooh Bear? Where is that dog?
He's a corn dog now.
Pooh?
I'm telling y'all, just concept-wise, this
Something funny
remake could work, man.
around here. What in tarnation's going on here?
Now see, here I go. If I remade this movie, when he punches that tent, his hand wouldn't just bounce off of it. His shit would snap like how it did in Texas Chainsaw.
This thing is wired.
It's an ugly song, bitch. And you know what? When I say they didn't take this movie seriously, I mean what I say. At least I think so, because the tech, so to speak, the weapons that the clowns use, they're not super fancy schmancy chromed out. They're goofy as shit. They look like children's toys, but they are killing people with these things.
It's a beautiful night. We were walking around. We didn't do nothing.
That dude on the right just looks like a fucking... Is he a Cullen? That nigga look like a vampire.
Why do you have to come into town?
Well, we live in this town too. I mean, we don't have to just stay on campus.
And it's scum like you that are killing this town.
Come on.
Police brutality. Police brutality.
Dave, you got a thing for these little boys? Empty your pockets.
We just had a little wine. What's the problem?
You're the problem, you little shit.
Just lighten up, Mooney. Just lighten up.
He said
Back
that.
off, Dave. Open container.
Now, Dave, the dude that plays Dave, John Allen Nelson, I don't know what movie he thought he was in, but he probably is taking this,
The laws, Mr. Police Academy.
the most serious out of everybody.
I don't care.
But when you bring someone into the station, I don't want to see you beating them up. Now, if you're gonna book them, do it according to procedure. Or I swear, Kurt, you and that badge of yours will be history.
See what I'm saying? Like pull it back a little bit, dog. You're in Killer Clowns from Outer Space trying to win an Oscar. Sit your ass down somewhere. Plus, I'm sorry, I don't like Dave anyway because he's just blatantly because he's a cop and he got a gun and a badge, he gets to flirt with Debbie right in front of Mike, and Mike's a bitch for letting Dave do it. And she ain't shit neither. She just like like I'm not gonna say I hate Mike, Debbie, and Dave as a trio, but they've got this weird lovers quarrel triangle type of thing going on that I just don't like. She's like, Dave, you are not my boyfriend anymore. You can't do this. And he's like, it doesn't change the way I feel about you, baby. And Mike's just in the back of the fucking cop car just having to listen to everything. Like, I hate that fucking scene.
We must travel many moons. Many moons. Many.
Enough already with the moons.
Right.
Lead the way, Chief Running at the
But he probably was right though. Do you know where these clowns, like, these aren't your typical aliens, yo. They look like fucking clowns. Circus clowns. So they probably did come from many moons away.
Holy shit.
That's one thing, if we ever do get a sequel, fingers crossed. I mean, sequel, remake, whatever. I don't want them to explore the origins of the clowns. Don't do it. Don't do it. It's going to destroy all the mystique of the aliens.
Weren't we looking for the shooting star?
Come on, this looks neat. Let's check this out.
No. Let's go. I've seen enough.
Oh, come on, Deb. I want to take a closer look.
You know, Suzanne Snyder, she comes across as whiny in horror movies, but she's actually, she be saying some real shit.
If you left me here, let's go.
She kind of looks like who's the chick in Single White Female? I want to say Jennifer. Is it Jennifer Jason Leigh? No, I think it's Ali Sheedy. She kind of looks like Ali Sheedy. Because I was just watching Single White Female the other night, and I just realized how creepy that movie is. But is it Ali Sheedy? Hold up, let me look.
No. Mike, we better not.
Deb, you are gonna love this. Don't be a baby.
Ali Sheedy was in Home Alone 2? Oh, that's right. She was the girl that was He's like, what is that over there? She's like, that's New York, sir.
Bizarre. What kind of circus is this?
This is that.
Oh no, I always get her confused with Jennifer Jason Leigh. Ali Sheedy was in Man's Best Friend and Buried Alive 2.
See the Circus Bizarro. Come on,
She looked like
step right up.
Suzanne Snyder looked like both of them. Fuck it.
Don't be stupid. Comes in incredible Miss 50-50 half man, half woman. The perfect double date. Yeah. That's where little ladies step right up here and see Gumbo, the toothless elephant.
My man, yo, I never noticed that he called him. He said Gumbo.
Before your very eyes.
Mike, keep it down. Somebody will catch us.
And even the interior is nothing fancy. It's not even scary. It looks silly. It looks like, you know, like a Chuck E. Cheese or like a DZ Discovery Zone, if they even fucking still have those on planet Earth. But it just looks like the inside of a fun house. But I do appreciate the set design. They took the time out to make all these wacky colors. It looks like something out of, you know, like a Nickelodeon TV show or something like that. Like a game show. But it adds to the cheesiness of the movie and it works. All right, you pushed them in there. Stop fucking playing.
This is no fun house.
Now all they're missing in that room right there is Cerebro, because that definitely looks like one of the X-Men, you know, rooms in the mansion. Yeah, it's time to go after that. Not even time to go. I wouldn't be in there in the first place. First of all, if I'm seeing somebody, if I'm with somebody and they allow me to go in there, then clearly we don't need to be together, because his girlfriend should have just been like, I'm not fucking going in there.
The shooting star we went to
Well, who died and made you Bill Nye?
I don't know. But it's coming this way.
They're not even
Yeah,
like
come on.
trying to whisper. She's like, Mike, be quiet. Someone could probably hear us. Like their decibels are just all wrong. You know what I love about that shot right there? How there are only a few cotton candy cocoons, but at one point when Mike and Dave go to rescue Debbie out of that balloon, the whole fucking town is in cotton candy cocoons.
This
I
looks
love
like
it.
a cotton candy factory to me. Yeah. This must be where they hang it up to dry before they ship the stuff out.
Okay,
No, it's
genius.
not. I've never seen anything like this before. Have you?
No.
Well, that's because nobody
He looked like
has.
he was in on it when he said that.
I don't believe in UFOs. But if they do exist, then we're trapped in one right now.
I mean, will you just calm down? There's got to be a logical explanation for this.
This isn't what you think it is.
Hmm.
Nobody stores cotton candy like this.
Her intuition is everybody in the audience.
Of course it is. Look.
Uh, Poor guy. I'd have been like, no, babe, it's that new and improved cotton candy. You know, with people inside. And all the regular carnival, things that can kill you. Cotton candy, popcorn, pies. They really be goofing off in this joint.
Joe Lombardo.
They just blew their, gave away their position. Even everything down to the popcorn gun, everything just looks silly, and it fits the film. Had they would have changed anything, it wouldn't even have matched the tone. So I'm glad all of this shit looks the way it does.
Are you okay?
I think so.
Come on.
Popcorn, why? Popcorn!
Because the clowns, that's why.
These clowns are hideous, man. That's my boy right there, though. The one with the he's got like the pink thing on, around his neck. And I like him because, and it always fucks me up that they made a balloon dog to track the scent. But that one right there, that's running behind the clown, that's my boy because when those girls are walking up, he just stands in front of the department store and acts like one of those, moving mannequins outside the store. I love that scene. These, oh my god, they just were like, let's make the ugliest designs known to man. I love this shot right here. The car driving off, the clown peering into the foreground, and then in the background the clown sits up. I love this shit. And the music too. Yep. I'm telling y'all, man, a remake. Yo, come on, man. It could be something. I've never seen a movie where a couple's getting chased in the woods by killer
I
clowns.
have a friend there. I know he'll believe
And I would
us.
make it so that their car doesn't start up right away. I'd do that. Yeah, I would do that cliche horror trope. Crescent Cove. And at this point, this is not all of them, but you see how many of them are like this. These are the central clowns. These are your leading clowns right here. But you see how many of them are just strolling into town. They're like, yeah, 5 miles ain't shit.
What the heck?
All right, Toretto, calm the fuck down. I mean, I know, they just saw something crazy. Ed hit the back of the cop car.
Oh my God, something horrible's happened. Somebody's been killed.
Wait a second, Debbie. What happened?
You gotta help us. We gotta do something. There are 2 people dead.
Who, Debbie? Who's dead?
Joe Lombardo, he's dead.
And some old man,
So
too.
wait a second, guys. Are you sure about this?
Yes, they were hanging there, wrapped up in these cotton candy things, these cocoons.
Cocoons.
Yes, cocoons.
You know, cocoon.
All right, everybody, calm down. Look, Debbie, come inside and explain this to me.
Why he keeps saying Debbie like Mike ain't right the fuck there? He's like, Debbie, listen, I hear what you're saying, but how are you? Did you have a good day today? You know, you didn't see my text? Damn, I forgot this part was coming up so soon. How he just stands in front of his... It was not a department store, it was a drugstore, I forgot. And really plays it off by the way that his arms are moving out. First of all, if I'm going in the drugstore, I'm gonna be like, yo, this wasn't here earlier today, was it? Pluck his nose and see what happens.
All right, sit down. Let's start from the beginning.
And he just
all right?
keeps touching Debbie like, Jesus Christ, man. Thirst.
We were up at the top of the world, and we saw this shooting star, and we decided to go look for it. But instead of finding the shooting star, we saw this circus tent. And that's when we went inside, and that is when we saw those people in those pink cotton candy cocoons. Dave, it was not a circus tent. It was something else.
What?
It was a spaceship, and there was these things, these killer clowns, and they shot popcorn at us. We barely got away.
Killer clowns from outer space. Holy shit.
We are telling
Fuck! Why did they... Yo, listen, this is a movie where you didn't have to say the title of the movie in the movie.
Excuse me, please, but we're talking.
You could have said Killer Clowns. Alright, that's annoying, but okay, I'll buy that. But to say the entire title, like, get the...
Okay.
God damn it.
Cotton candy, flying popcorn. Go ahead.
He's like, it's obviously these kids are high. Who's your
I
dealer?
told you I was just over there. Who are you gonna believe? Me and this little tramp.
Come on,
Damn.
Debbie. I'm handling this, all right?
And Mike's looking like, his mouth just dropped like, oh my God, I can't believe he talked to my woman that way.
Who's your friend?
Mike, we go to school together.
You two were up at the top of the world together?
Yeah.
I know you, you little fart. You hang out with the Terenzi brothers. Clowns.
You know how many cops I've encountered? Like, not a lot, but there's been several cops I've encountered like this. They're old, they're miserable, they're the oldest motherfucker on the force, and they're like a couple months away from retirement or years from retirement, and they just want to make everybody's life miserable.
To the chief when he gets back on Monday.
Look, everything happened just the way we said.
We are telling you the truth.
All right. You two come with me. Come on.
Hurry up, Dave. Don't let him get away. Go ahead, Dave. Make a dummy out of yourself. But you're not gonna make a dummy out of me.
Foreshadow much?
You in the back.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know where the hell Mike thought he was going to sit. If he put Debbie in the front seat, what, they going to lap it up in the front? Show ass in the back. Now here we have a fake-ass Emilio Estevez coming up to see the show. He looks like Emilio Estevez if he was just wired on coffee and coke. Like, because his eyes are just like, hello. But why is he, like, if it's so silly and he's shaking his head, why are you standing there watching it? You just randomly went to a gazebo? Now it's a lot of sexual harassment in this. Even the puppet is like, she's saying no, and the puppet's like, yeah. See, and then he got that burner pulled on him. This is what happens, man. Now, the way that puppet disappeared, if you look close enough, you can see the quick cut, the quick edit. You can see it. Yeah, let me not run. I'm just that scared. Fuck out of here. And if you look close enough, there was a quick cut when that dude turned into a cotton candy cocoon. If you blink, you'll miss it, but you can see because the clown is standing up, firing off the gun, and then he drops down like just like a split centimeter. I pay attention to little things like because when people try to get one over on me and make it seem like it's a continuous shot, I look for the the moment that they decide to cut and then start rolling film again. Yes, people, I am a geek. And the drugstore cashier is just like, my God, what's going on? I'm going to stay in here and witness the entire demise of my store. Like, no, my ass is going to be gone. I'm going to be the only survivor in Crescent Cove. I'm going to be right on the news like, yep, I didn't see a goddamn thing, but
Yeah, that's
see,
right. I'm not your boyfriend anymore. It doesn't change the way I feel about you, little Debbie.
Dave, please.
smooth talker.
Don't do this to me.
All right, Debbie, you got a choice. Well, either go home or I'm going to take you back to the station and lock you up for safekeeping. How's that?
I don't. Oh, God damn it! I hate the three of them together.
Oh,
This chick,
pizza.
she was in something else. My young boy. The little one is vicious. Cause the little one, all the clowns get it in, but the little one knows how to have fun. He pulls up on his bike and he just encounters these quote unquote gang members and shit.
For me? Oh, oh, shit. Is this from you?
I don't mean to be rude here, but that clown right there with the big ass purple lips looks like one of my previous neighbors. That's all I'm gonna say, people.
May I please speak to Mike outside?
Why are you asking permission?
Sure.
She's the one in charge, cause Dave thirsty as hell.
Yo, boyfriend, this is great. This is just great.
Now, honestly, what Mike should have done is stayed at Debbie's house.
Shoot me.
Look, don't worry about Dave. It's those clowns you gotta worry about. Listen, as soon as you guys leave here, I'm gonna follow you guys up there.
You're going to follow us up there. Debbie, I don't even want to go up there.
Oh, now you scared.
Inside the house and keep it to me.
He was looking for an adventure just a half hour ago.
Okay?
You better.
Yes, ma'am. I like how I'm not gonna say she's forceful in this in Return of the Living Dead, but oh my God, Dave is just cock blocking. But when she just told him you better, and then she grabs him and kisses him, she does the same thing in Return of the Living Dead 2, where Tom Matthews is walking off. He plays her boyfriend in the movie, and she's like, I want to go out and have some fun, so just could you hurry up? And he's like, all right. And then he walks off, and then she runs up and she grabs him, and she's like, and would you be careful too, please? And then she grabs him and kisses him. She was like one of the best 80s on-screen girlfriends back in the day. As far as horror movies go. Oh. These and the clowns, like they're almost harmless. Almost. If they weren't murderers, goddammit. They're like, we don't even have this type of stuff on our planet. I wonder where they shot this movie at. Cause the forest they're in, it doesn't look like your typical forest.
Where is it? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know, pal. It was right there where that hole is. So you're saying that hole is where the tent was? The tent made that hole? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, it was there.
I'm telling you that those lines you just did was
I'll tell you what
ADR.
the facts are, mister. You said people were being killed. Now, where are the bodies?
I don't know. I saw Joe Lombardo dead. I can only tell you what I think I saw.
Oh, so now you just think you saw.
No, I know what I saw. I just can't prove it. My proof is gone.
I want you to hit that bounce to your hair, sir. He's like, I can only tell you what I think I saw. What I saw. But you know what? I was talking about how Dave is kind of like going for an Oscar in this movie, but he has to be that guy because he is the authority figure, other than Mooney. He's the quote unquote good cop for the most part. He ends up being. But he has to be that guy. You know, he has to be taken seriously as the cop who's in charge. You know, he's like the field dude.
Big bad JoJo coming into town.
I can't tell y'all how many times as a kid I thought that was LeVar Burton from Reading Rainbow. And that motherfucker standing next to the black dude in the background, he looks like Tyler Hero, the dude that plays for the Miami Heat.
Can I take a
Sit your ass down somewhere.
Can I beep the horn?
These gang members, whatever the hell they consider, bikers, they look fresh out of the Toxic Avenger movies, straight up.
Should have let the man ride his bike.
What did he think was gonna happen?
I'm sorry. I seem to have broken your bike.
Fucking ugly ass clown. Like what did they think was going to happen? These townspeople are stupid. Crescent Cove, I don't know what's up with y'all IQ, like you know, collective IQ, but y'all are retarded, man. And I'm not trying to be smart people, but I'm just saying common sense.
What are you gonna do? Knock my block off?
I always loved how his body just kept standing without the head for a minute before it dropped. Yeah, that's my young boy. He don't play around, man. The smallest one did the most damage. He knocked dude head. And I love how the boxing glove, like when the hand knocked, you know, like uppercutted him, it was spring activated. They're not playing around with these people. I don't get that line. Big Top Burger. Now see, this right here, this is exactly why my daughter is very fond of Stranger Danger. My daughter, when she was younger, she used to be very talkative. Hi, hello. She used to wave, and some people would, and there are other people that are just rude. And I would tell her, listen, don't speak to everybody, because everybody don't speak back, and people are assholes. And I would say it loud enough so that the people would hear me. But you know, Stranger Danger. Don't be walking around going close towards clowns. Ew, they got those nasty ass gumdrop candies in that glass jar. God, those things are fucking disgusting. I tricked myself into thinking they were good back in the day.
Back here, young lady. You're not going anywhere till you finish your food.
Now, what did she really say? Because that didn't even sync up with her mouth. It's a lot of ADR in this film. You know, for Dave to be the good cop, you know, responsible lawman, he's driving in the middle of the road. Like, what's up with you, dog? You know, where were you when these kids were all out here getting drunk and having sex? Premarital sex. I was about to say they left a mess, but I keep forgetting everybody's dead. Beer cans, boom boxes, open trunks. It's a hell of a party right there. It almost looked like found footage, that POV shot. This POV shot right here. What if they made a found footage killer clown movie? Not the killer clowns per se, but just a movie about like a clown running to kill people. I think a found footage, almost a found footage anything could work. There was almost a found footage Jason movie, Keep It a Bean. The closest we got to a found footage Halloween movie was the DVD version of Resurrection, where you can watch the entire movie through the Myers house cameras and the lipstick cameras that the characters have. Still a shitty movie though. And I love this. This used to creep me out. The fact that the cotton candy's just everywhere. It's like a spider web. It's over everything. I mean, inside the car. Now Dave's like, Okay, apparently these kids have a hard on for carnival food, so I might have to believe them.
Turn around. What are you doing, man? You're not gonna hit me, are you?
Look, just turn around, pal, all right?
Look, I'm sorry about Debbie, but I didn't know she
Just
was
drop it, Mike.
What you saying sorry for?
Check this out.
That's the stuff. That's the stuff that I was telling you about. That was all
No,
about Joe
the stuff
Lombardo.
was on
Where'd you get that?
it was on a different movie.
That's McGreed's Jeep.
Who's McGreed?
Bob McGreed? He was up here tonight with me and Debbie. Those are his glasses. They got him. He's dead.
I mean, damn, you just ruled him out. Maybe he survived. What is Mooney reading, yo? Oh, he's reading like probably like Guns and Ammo. Did they have that back in '88?
Go, police station, Mooney speaking. Wait a minute. Calm down, I can't understand you. What? Clowns.
She sounds like, you know how in the cartoons when people are on the phone and you can't really it's purposely made so that you can't understand what they're saying. It's just like no, 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 no. That's what she sounds like.
Pranks. Rich little bastards.
Damn, what do you got? The Jim Beam?
Shoot 'em all.
Or is that the Jack? No, I think that's the Jack Daniels.
Daddy sends them to fancy school.
That is definitely what I shall be on
Police
tonight.
department can babysit them pricks.
I'm thinking should it be No Way Home in Tox commentary? I'm thinking the Batman was gonna come out today, but it didn't.
Police station, Mooney speaking.
But might be Spider-Man No Way Home. Oh no, I might save the No Way Home commentary for tomorrow and then do a different Intox commentary tonight. I don't know, people. I hate making plans. I do.
This is not you too, Mr. Myers.
Mr. Myers, huh?
Police station, Mooney here. What? Oh, they took your wife away in a balloon? Well, you don't need a police pal. You need a psychiatrist.
He's like, no, I was actually calling you to tell you like I'm actually free tonight. We can go out drinking finally.
The Renzi brothers have the whole town in on this.
Like you got to be realistic, man. How the fuck would you think that two ice cream slinging brothers are behind all of this?
They want to play games. They're messing with the wrong guy.
This was just such a random scene. God, that special effect looked terrible. I'm sorry. The clown just driving with nothing.
Oh no! Oh no! Come on, Joe! Get going!
All the clown has is headlights, yo. This shit. God, that effect is so bad. I mean, don't think to hit the brakes or fucking run his ass over. These people in this town, yo, I'm telling you, man. Oh my god, people in this town. Something wrong with y'all. Hey, it wasn't that damn funny. And I wonder how many people thought they were going to get to see Suzanne Snyder naked. Fat chance. I don't know if she's got naked in any of her other movies, but I haven't seen her in any. I like that she still does like conventions and signings and stuff like that. I love when celebrities do that, and the way that popcorn is moving across the floor always creeped me out. It just does not look right. This clown's just hanging out near the dumpster. Nobody notices this fucking clown, yo. I feel like everybody in the town of Crescent Cove is probably just drunk and high. This is probably nothing else to do in that town. Oh my god, could y'all imagine? That's something else I put in a remake. The fact that the popcorn turns into those little I almost called them critters. Turns into those pretty much those little fuckers, man, with those long ass necks, and they just start jumping out, snapping at you. The fact that the popcorn turns into that, I would make it so that in a remake, somebody actually eats the killer clown's popcorn and them things come popping out of like their chest or their stomach. If it was out the chest, it would be like a nice little homage to Alien. I'm telling you, man, some ideas. I'm ready to get to work on an outline for this shit and pitch it to the Chiodo brothers. Is it Chiodo or Kyoto? I feel like I say something different every time. He's like, oh my god, there's a nest of baby birds in the dumpster. I must do something. Mm.
State police up in Marlboro. They've got a lab.
Tore his ass up.
They can tell us what this stuff is. It's not cotton candy, that's for sure. Yes, finally, that's what I've been telling you. Look, I'm sorry I was a little tough on you back there. It's been a hard night.
Dave looks like he was a fucking
Having Debbie involved.
you know, like an extra in Hey Dude.
What can I say? I didn't know she. Hey, it's got nothing to do with you, really. It's me. It's obvious she goes for laughs, not stability.
Well, damn, nigga, like what you talking to? That part I love. How the bus just drives past, does not stop, and then as soon as it drives past, the clown who was not once there is just standing there at the bus stop, looking straight ahead. I love this scene. This is probably one of the best scenes in the whole movie.
Ooh.
Oh my god.
First of all, you've got way too much activator in your hair, sir. See, they think it's a game, yo. Now, honestly, something like this would fly in 2022. This here, I'm not gonna hold y'all because people pop up on the street and do weird shit to begin with, and you automatically may think it's a prank. You may or may not be being recorded, but something like this would actually be more passable.
You can just drop me off over here. I'll take the bus home. Oh, wait. Remember, you're the one who's seen these things.
Because I feel like as long as you're doing weird shit, people will, people will pull their phones out and record you. Especially if you're like in costume, doing like, illusionist type of work.
There he is. I told you. You get out there and shoot him. Get him, Dave. Kill him. Just hang on. Calm down. Check this out.
I'd have took Mike's gun right off his waist. Stop! I'd have been just like Loomis chasing after Ben Tramer's ass. Shot that clown right in the nose. And they're still screaming in his hand. He's like, yeah, I'll just put you guys in there. Hey, yo, there's nothing that these clowns don't do. They fly and everything.
Where is he?
Try the roof.
I don't know. I don't see him anywhere. He's gone. He went straight up.
He did.
I've seen enough. 1 Baker 5. Kurt, do you read me? Over.
1 Baker 5, this is Mooney speaking.
Mooney, drunk as hell,
Was a little worried
sounding like the Quiet Storm announcer.
Over.
Mooney, I want you to listen to me and don't say anything. I want you to call the state police and get help. There are clowns and they are killing people. Over.
I have not had a sip of this damn water. At least I don't remember
And you've seen
drinking any water.
Okay, Dave, that's it. Screw you and your college flunkies. I've had enough of this from you and from everyone else. I know what you guys are trying to do. Break me down, drive me out of the force. Well, it's going to take a hell of a lot more than a lame prank like this to get Curtis Mooney to throw in his badge. So fuck you. Over.
Even though he's an asshole, I love that he said over afterwards, because that Jack Daniels is probably kicking his ass right now.
I gotta get back to the station. I don't know what I'm gonna say, but I gotta get through to the state police. Oh, get the truck! About the girl! Forget about the girls. They eat too much. What is it? Free ice cream. So what? The truck's getting away.
How the?
Hey, those aren't killer clowns. Those are the Terenzi brothers. Terenzi brothers?
He was ready to just shoot them just for GP. He's like, yeah, I know who they are. I hate those
All right,
motherfuckers.
I want to stay indoors and don't do anything stupid. Two.
You idiot! Don't yell at me. You were trying. What? I could just do one thing right for
This whole
once.
ice cream thing was your idea.
My idea? You're the one who said we hit girls this way.
No, I didn't. You did.
You did.
You did.
You did.
These two are retarded, man.
Oh, man. Am I glad to see you guys?
Frank, how you doing? You want some ice cream? We got
No, man. Listen. Something horrible's happened. I need your help.
What are you talking about?
What's wrong?
There's no time to explain. There's clowns going around killing people.
Huh?
Look, tonight Debbie and I were up on the top of the world, and we followed this spaceship, and there was these clowns, and they was carrying these cotton candy cocoons, and they were shooting these popcorn guns, and there's a circus tent spaceship, right? But it's not there anymore. But we were there. We saw the whole thing.
I'd have been like, bro, whatever it is you sipping on, pass that shit because I'm trying to get where you at, man.
What do you want us to do? We have ice cream to sell tonight.
Paul, this is more important than selling ice cream. There's clowns going around killing people. We're all in danger.
Well, we haven't sold that much ice cream tonight.
We haven't sold any. Come on, guys, will you help
They
me?
gave it all to the two
Look,
chicks they thought they were gonna fuck.
Okay, I think she's in danger.
Does she have any roommates?
Yes, she's got two. She's got two beautiful roommates with big boobs.
Do they like ice cream?
They love it.
What are we waiting for?
Jinx, you owe me a soda.
Freak yous all.
Now, that ADR, he definitely said fuck you all. But I'm assuming that this movie is not rated R. And, you know, in PG-13 movies, you can only have like one F-bomb. Yeah, this definitely is PG-13. I don't know why all these years I thought it was rated R. It's not like it's really gory or anything, but just the content, I guess.
What do we have here? Well, son, I think you made a big mistake. You're in Mooney's territory now. For me?
Now, when I was a kid and saw this scene, I thought that was acid. Like he was like, you know, like he had the Joker's,
Shoot you right now.
you know, flower.
You red-nosed freak. So you want to play games, eh?
I'm wondering who I would get to play Mooney in a remake. I don't know why Gary Oldman was the first person to come to mind, but this is definitely a Killer Clowns remake is definitely below Gary Oldman's pay grade.
But you're in Mooney's jail. And you ain't got no rights.
Said every cop ever. Yo, they play all day. They don't stop. These fucking clowns.
Hey, Officer Mooney, come on, let us out of here. Yeah, we gonna be here all night or what? Yeah, we get one phone call, don't we? Right, I'm gonna call my dad.
This sequence actually really creeped me out as a kid, man. Just how he kills Mooney and just how weird it is and what he does to him afterwards definitely scared the shit out of me.
Get in there.
And the way he's just tiptoeing in there, waddling pretty much. That's more police brutality. Mm.
I don't know who you are. But before this night's over, you're gonna be begging for mercy.
And it's like he had to pull them that hard that he died from that shit.
What are you in for?
I'd have been like, listen, bro, we gonna have to jump this nigga because we ain't going out like that. Not no holding cell. Not by a clown. It will not be on my tombstone. Could you imagine being in line trying to get into heaven and they're just reading off the list like, yeah, what happened to you again? You gonna have to make something up because you're so embarrassed that a clown killed you. Then you get in trouble for lying.
Police department, hello?
I know it's silly, but this shit used to scare me. Like the clown footprints all over the place, the two guys that are dead in the cell in the cocoons, and the fact that he really made a dummy out of Mooney. This sequence scared the shit out of me as a kid. Even the shot of Mooney's face when his body drops to the ground, when the clown pulls his arm out of his back. There's a shot of Mooney's face with the makeup on where he's just dead on the ground. And that one single shot is just like, yo, the scene's a little unsettling. You know, isn't it Good Friday today or something? Because I think Easter is on Sunday. I'm wondering why it's, this far into the afternoon, these motherfuckers have not come to pick up the trash yet. So I'm assuming that they consider this like a holiday. Now that just means all the cats and raccoons and possums are going to just go rummaging through my shit. But look, that's their problem. Once I toss my trash outside of my gate, that's sanitation's problem. Unless the clowns want it, they can have that shit. This music is in the way, man. We just went from a Kyoto Brothers movie to a William Friedkin Exorcist spinoff real quick with this music. Ugh. Those poor guys. Now Dave is a believer. I mean, he saw it before, but he's just like, yo, it is real. It's really real right now. And his arm is ill. When his arm came out the cocoon, it's all slimy and bloody and shit. Blech. But they did just enough to make sure they got a PG-13 rating, which is cool. Made a whole ventriloquist dummy out this dude.
Hey, hey. Who was the lady I saw you with last night?
And he's even got like the blood, like trickling down his mouth to make it look like a ventriloquist dummy mouth. Shit's weird.
Don't worry, Dave. All we want to do is kill you.
That line is heavy. All we want to do is kill you. Mm-mm. That shot right there. It reminds me of when Mrs. Danvers' face hit the glass on Creepshow. This scene, man, it's probably the darkest scene in the whole movie. That's the same sound of the gun when Loomis shot Michael in the original film. I think the same samples were used back in the day for every gun. Every revolver, that is. There you go. Crack shot, Dave. Oh, he turned into a little sparkling spinning top. This was an important scene, though. Best, like I said, one of the best sequences in the whole movie, next to the ending. But it was an important sequence because you finally figured out how the clowns can be killed.
There's some kind of creatures, things from another planet. Well, Jack, they're killing people. Officer Mooney is dead. I know I saw it. He was killed by one of these things. Could you send all available units immediately, please? Over.
He's like, Mooney's dead? Well, thank God for that. Let's celebrate. Then we'll send help, you know?
Okay, calm down, buddy. Help is on the way. Calling all clowns. Calling all clowns.
Damn, excuse me, people, the street lights don't even work.
You guys need to stop fooling around.
Look, Mike, come on. Cocoons, popcorn.
Now I want like a chocolate ice cream bar.
We're not as stupid as we look.
This isn't the first wild thing you've tried to put over on us.
Look, you remember Hidden Lake?
Oh, come on, forget Hidden Lake. This has nothing to do with Hidden Lake.
We would have to be total morons.
I mean, I want to know what happened at Hidden Lake, or matter of fact, never mind. I feel like I don't need to know.
And I'm Porky Pig.
This scene used to freak me out too because they, the streamers from the telephone lines, they're dropping cotton candy cocoons out the window to each other, and it's letting you know like they're taking everybody the fuck out. You see clowns that we didn't see originally in the film. The shit's crazy. This is no longer a human town at this point. They came in to set up shop. It's like a killer clowns parade that they've got going on in the streets. They've got this big ass contraption that's sucking up the cotton candy cocoons. This scene used to fuck me up. And the one dude gets caught running away. He's an idiot. This dude right here, he's an idiot. And he jumped in the air before he turned. First of all, his footsteps were way too loud. I'm telling y'all, if I was hiding under a car when that was happening, I probably would have just stayed put. I'm not gonna run until I absolutely know I've got a chance of survival. God, those things are ugly. Those things are somehow uglier than the regular clowns. And the one that came out the toilet, super ugly. Now again, with a remake, this could be one of the most terrifying sequences in the movie. Because it's kind of like when you've got the movie Aliens. There's the xenomorphs, and then you've got the face huggers, which some people are more terrified of.
Debbie, it's Mike. Open up.
Those things are an extension of the actual clowns. They have no chill button at all. Now, when I first saw this, I did think Debbie was going to die during this scene. Just because of the music and how drawn out the scene was, I thought she was definitely going to die. Now, again, you can see that quick little cut, that quick little edit right there. But obviously, they liked Debbie enough that they didn't turn her into cotton candy. They just fucking put her in a big-ass balloon.
Okay, see this White House over here? Take a right. Right to the left.
Imagine like a carnival back home where the killer clowns are from. It's like they've just got balloons with people in them. They play games and they win balloons with people inside of them. Because I remember balloons like that at like Six Flags and Dorney Park. They were huge and they had that string attached to them, and you can kind of like, they were almost like speed bags in a way. My cat is on the table just staring like, what's going on with you? So two questions: how fast does that ice cream truck go, and how fast does that clown car go? Now the clown car I'll give a pass to because they've got alien technology. They're probably souped up.
Mike!
And you get a little mini chase sequence in here, a little mini action scene.
Come on, Rich, we're losing. Can you go a little bit faster?
Come on, Mike, what do you want? This is an ice cream truck.
True. It's very true. And of course they sped the camera up. They did. But again, it fits the movie.
Hey, Rich, stop the truck!
All right, Dave. The impact wasn't. Come on, man.
You told me to stop.
Didn't I told you to pull over?
No, you didn't. You said stop, so I stopped.
I meant pull over.
Well, if you meant pull over, you should have said pull over.
All right, y'all annoying, man. I'm about to whoop both of y'all asses. I couldn't be around the Terenzi brothers because y'all gonna get me killed if I don't kill y'all first.
What the hell are you guys doing? They got Debbie.
He's like, not Debbie.
Get in the truck.
Captain America to the rescue. Now he's super hype.
Gee, officer, I'm really sorry. I was feeling a little queasy.
Mike, which way were they heading? They went that way, but now we lost them. I don't know where they went.
I love that shot of the ice cream truck just driving on the road, and then the amusement park in the background, and you can see the tent in the distance. I love that fucking shot. That's probably one of the best shots in the entire movie. They pulled up like 17 deep in that little ass car. It's probably a smart car. They just charge it up.
I'll have to ask you to leave.
And obviously there was a whole bunch of actors, behind the other or on the other side of the car to make it seem like they were all packed in there. But again, the budget that they had for this movie, they didn't have millions and millions of dollars to spend on this shit. They used what they had, and they manipulated certain scenes in a way that worked within this world. I love how the little one's just pointing at the pie like, yo, you know what this is? I would say what a waste of pie, but what the fuck it does to him is just wrong. It's so wrong. And I never understood. Like I didn't understand at first. I was like, wait, what's wrong with him? And then when you see that the pies melted his ass, just melted his ass. Vicious. Put a cherry on top. That's my young boy right there, man. Kind of sounds like he said, "How cute." Like it sounds like the clowns are using words when they do that, and they may or may not be. I don't know. Only the directors know.
Hey, everybody stick together. He's gone.
Wow. Hey, you guys, this is weird. Look at this stuff.
Looks like a wad of melted ice cream.
Yeah, well, it's not.
How the hell didn't the brother, when he touched it and it was on his fingers, why didn't his fingers melt if it melted the cop? I'm just asking a question, people. And we are officially in the third act, ladies and gentlemen.
You take this. Follow me. All right, now you guys. No fooling around. Stick together, okay?
I'd have been like, dog, give me a gun. I know you got the shotgun, you want to lead the pack and be the alpha male, but I know you got another burner on you. Give it up.
Ooh, scary. You can do for help.
Yeah, I'd have just been like, y'all go that way, because y'all are really going to get me killed.
Invasion. I told him I don't really believe it myself. Where did they come from? Why are they here? Why clowns? They're not clowns. Some kind of animal from another world that look like clowns. Shit, Dave. Maybe they're the ancient astronauts and all the
Shut up.
Maybe they're from a dying planet. Maybe their son pooped out and they need a new place to live. Maybe they're using this for experiments to dissect and study. So that means they're intelligent. So why don't they communicate with us? I mean, talk to us instead of killing us.
Yeah, we wanted to know if we could, set up shop in you guys' town. We can all peacefully coexist together. Everybody just shut up at this point.
Let's just hold off on the talking, okay? Let's not give ourselves away.
And the brother he said the line that I mentioned earlier in the episode where he said maybe they were just cruising the galaxy and stopped here for a bite to eat, which I really think is what they did.
Hey, watch this.
Yeah, I mean, what was so cool about it? They should have just had a big ass sign on that button that said "Do not push," because obviously somebody was going to do it. Now, what I would do in a remake, keep this sequence when they're looking for Debbie, but I would have one extra character. So when that button gets pressed, that extra character would die. I don't know what I would have happen, but that one button would have to be something crazy, like a trap.
No problem. We can handle it.
They done fell in the Chuck E. Cheese ball pit.
Where'd they go?
Now I don't know if this is like a repressed memory or if this really happened, or not like what the fuck am I trying to say? I don't know if this is a repressed memory or if it's like one of those Mandela effect type things. If it just never happened. But didn't McDonald's have a ball pit at one point? I swear to God it did. Oh, here go these two ugly ass chick clowns. They're just as hideous. But honestly, I know some dudes that would hit that. Especially when the inflatable titties popped up. No shame at all. I mean, to each their own, man.
I recognize this place. This is the tent that Debbie and I were in. Come on.
This is like the extraterrestrial version of MTV Cribs. This is the shot I was talking about.
This is where we were before. Oh, this is incredible. Looks like they got the whole town.
Yep.
We gotta find her.
All those spaces are filled up now.
Yellow. All right.
And by the way, these motherfuckers still don't know how to whisper. It's like, I think Debbie's in here, Dave, but I don't want them to hear us. Like, goddamn, man, keep your voice down.
No. Possible, Mike.
God, these clowns, man. Did they have to make the clowns this goddamn ugly? I mean, you're not gonna have an attractive clown. I understand, but God, these things are just no. Well, I did see an attractive clown. This chick, around Halloween, she had did her makeup for Pennywise, and my God, fine as hell she was. I said, listen, she make me like clowns again. Ugh. Just oh God, it would be the fat clown too, just sniffing, poking, sniffing each cotton candy John just to see if it's just right, some Three Bears type of business. And I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I always wanted a straw like this, one of these crazy straws. But it's just like, all right, by the time my juice or soda or whatever even gets through it, even as a kid, it's like I wouldn't even want to drink out of it no more. because that's just too goddamn much. I did want a crazy straw, but then it's like, how long is it going to take for me to even ingest this fluid? But this is disgusting. Guzzling blood. Oh God. Trifling. Trifling. Ugh. Just came in to get drunk off some human blood mixed with some cotton candy, extract, and roll out. That's all he came in there to do.
Paul was right, man. They are hungry. They're gonna eat everybody, man.
Just calm down, all right?
That's when you just punch him in the face and knock him out.
All right.
Cause you're not gonna get me killed.
Hey, that's
Cause I'll be like, I'll leave you and Debbie up in here. She ain't my girlfriend no more.
Debbie?
She's alive. How do we get her out of here?
Go. Careful, Mike.
You don't hit that hard, Mike. Calm down.
Debbie?
Calm down.
Hang on a second, Mike.
What are you doing?
Just stand back.
Watching Masters of the Universe clearly didn't pay off enough for him.
Just get ready to run.
Now, even though that was like an effect right there, I did like it. How she pops out of that balloon like that. It's one of the better special effects in the movie.
I can't breathe.
And look, she's just hugging on to him, and Mike's just like, yeah, your boyfriend, hello, it's right here. Hi. I saved you too. She jumped right in Dave's arms. Oh, Dave. I'm sorry we broke up.
Wait a second, guys. We can't leave. There might be other people still alive in these balloons.
It's not our problem. I'm sorry. And the way they did that close up on Dave, like, it's like, was that his action moment? There's gotta be other people alive. Nice shot. They don't even know where they're going. They just pushing buttons. But then again, it's not like you got a GPS to figure out where to go.
What now?
Put everybody down.
All right, Debbie. It's time to get that pole experience. I like how she jumped first. She's like, fuck this. she said, ain't nobody put me in a balloon again. Okay, Dave, action star.
I stopped here.
I don't know what the hell that thing was. That was something out of Hellraiser.
Really matter.
Let's go down here.
All right, come on.
I like this, the little, when they're going down that tunnel and all the little structures start moving left to right. I'm not gonna hold y'all, man. As cheesy as this movie is, this shit looks like it was so much fun to be in. This part used to piss me off. All these doors.
Come on, open the door.
Another door.
God, this part used to get on my nerves.
Another door.
Plus, and it gets smaller and smaller and smaller. Jeez.
Debbie, come on.
Yes, thank you. Because if he would have opened that one and he's like, another door, like he would have I would sound like Pee Wee Herman screaming at the top of my lungs if there was another door behind that other door. I'd have been like, enough is enough, man. Y'all, I would have turned around and looked at the clowns like, all right, stop it. It's enough. God damn it. Let's talk about this. And then I would have got turned into cotton candy, or worse.
Place. Where do we go now?
Everybody ready to play. These clowns are just popping up out the woodworks now. And I love that we get to see all the different ones that we didn't see before. And they've got like spiked golf clubs and baseball bats and shit. The props are so smart in this movie because it's consistent. There's a consistent theme with these clowns that they do not break at all throughout this movie. I will definitely give them that much credit. So I feel like however the clowns are dressed and however they look in a sequel or remake, you would have to stick with that throughout. You would have to have great continuity with the theme of and the look of these things.
Hey, Rich, Paul! Stop! Leave that alone! Do what I say or else! Give me the mic. I am
Mind you, they got the shit fucked out of them by those two chick clowns.
Hurt them. Let them go. You will obey me. Let them go.
And the clowns are just in awe right now. They're like, Papa? Is that you?
Rich, Paul! Oh, man, I'm glad to see you guys.
Come on, let's go. Get in the truck. Let's go.
Well, obviously the clowns aren't that intelligent. I think they were giving them too much credit. God damn, look at the teeth on that one clown. His teeth were like piranha. The clown with the blue mullet. It's like a mullet mohawk type of thing he's got going on. Oh, here comes the big guy. Now I know there are some really bad effects that are about to come up, but when I saw this for the first time, and this big ass clown came out and he's got strings attached to him, I said, "Oh no, absolutely not. Never seen a clown this big. This is like it's like a video game boss." And they're trying to sell you on the illusion that this clown is huge because they made it so that the clown's moving in slow motion.
We can, it's rented.
Yo, the brothers get on my nerves. He said it's rented. Yeah, this is happening. This clown was just angry as soon as he woke up. He's like, man, I've been asleep this whole time. I ain't been bothering nobody. I've been asleep this whole time.
Hey, Rich, Paul!
Mike, it's too late, bud.
Now, Mike act like he was going to run over there. What you going to do, run inside the fire and save him? Sit your ass down somewhere. Dave's the hero here. As much as I don't like it, he is.
Hey, Debbie, get her out of here. I'll draw his attention.
No, Dave, don't. We don't all make it.
We can't, Debbie.
Stop it.
Get her out of here, Mike.
Jake, what are you doing? Now, Mike!
He's like, get her out of here. This is my action star moment.
Come on, guys, move. Run for help.
Just wasting bullets at this point.
Over here.
I love this shot too. How those strings just fly back into the tent like that. I love that shit. You a seasoned veteran? You don't know how to count your shells? Oh, it's terrible, people. I know that effect was horrible. He was holding a toy. He's holding a goddamn action figure. And why every time Mike and Debbie run, it looks like they're in a dream, like it's like a dolly zoom treadmill type of thing. Hey, you guys are late, as usual, like you are in every movie. I love that shot right there of the tent looking like a spinning top, just levitating. Oh my god, I love that shot so much. I love that fucking shot. Yeah, the cops are like, what the hell is happening? There you go, Dave. What, Dave killed like 3 clowns in this movie? It don't even matter because he killed the boss. Well done, sir. And then the tent just exploded in the fireworks. I like you. The theme is consistent. I gotta say, man. Now this is bullshit. How the fuck did Dave, in that little bit of time, find time to jump in the clown car and it just so happened to land? First of all, the impact alone. You know, unless they had the Demolition Man foam inside, the secure foam inside of it. He can't even hug Dave because Debbie's so busy in his goddamn face. Oh, come on, man. Debbie, stop it.
That's the last time we let you drive.
You're alive. Yeah.
I don't know how, but whatever.
The ice cream truck.
Oh, that. Oh, we hid in the freezer with the ice cream.
Yeah.
Anybody want a dipsicle?
You and your ice cream. What? How are we gonna pay for the truck?
Don't blame me. It was your idea.
No.
Pay for the truck. Whoever y'all were renting the truck from is dead.
Hey, listen, if it wasn't for me, you'd be a dead French boy.
Oh yeah, well you be a dead popsicle.
Look how Dave's got his hands on Debbie's shoulder, just kissed her on the back of her head. Look at this shit. And she's letting him do it. This little freak ass love triangle.
Yeah, sure.
I love it. We deserve a sequel. That ending, it's one of the most classic endings ever. We deserve a sequel, goddammit. Kyoto Brothers, can we get one? Damn, man, somebody got the rights to it. I really wish I could remember who it was that acquired the rights of the Killer Klowns recently, man. This was like sometime early last month or the month before that we got that news, man. But this film, people, the Killer Klowns from Outer Space. All right, let me tell y'all like this. I will give this film, being as though I know exactly what this movie is. I knew exactly what it was as a kid going into it, even though parts scared the fuck out of me as a kid. I will give the Killer Klowns from Outer Space a fair rating of a 7.5. Obviously, I can't give it a 10 because a lot of the acting does not hold up. A lot of this writing for these characters is bad. A lot of characters are annoying. And a lot of the effects, not the clowns so much. And like I said, I love that they have a theme here. But a lot of those effects, the stop motion and the green screen and the quick cuts and all that type of shit that are noticeable to somebody like me who pays attention to that type of thing, does not hold up well at all. Like, a lot of the special effects are god awful in this movie. But the practical effects, however, are awesome. For this to be, 1988, a cheesy B movie, I don't think this had a theatrical release. So yeah, it is a cheesy B movie. Cult classic. For them to have a certain amount of money to work with, the practical effects on the clowns especially are really fucking good, man. I love the fact, like I said, there's a theme here that stayed consistent throughout the entire movie, and that was for the clowns, their costumes, their weapons. They use cotton candy, they use popcorn and stuff like that, and the set designs, everything just was in conjunction with each other as far as that stuff goes. So it's a very strong 7.5 out of 10 because this movie holds a lot of nostalgia for me, and there are parts that still creep me out and they still stick with me. I'm hoping I don't have any nightmares tonight from certain scenes in this movie. And the Dickies made one of the most classic horror movie theme songs ever. A lot of movies have theme songs, but I'm talking like score wise, like somebody that actually makes the score, like Hans Zimmer or something like that. But this is like an actual group that has a song that goes hand in hand with the movie, and the lyrics go hand in hand with what's going on in the film. And you don't get that a lot in horror movies anymore. That's what I love about old school films, is that they've really put a lot of TLC into the film, whether it was the soundtrack, the set design, the costume design, the practical effects, whatever. But I won't be too hard on this movie because it was a product of its time. However, I will say, if we don't get a fucking sequel or remake within the next 5 years or so, I'm going to be very upset, man. There's no reason we haven't gotten this already. There's no reason. There's no reason, man. Now, I don't know how many of the actors and actresses are still around from this film. I know Suzanne Snyder is definitely still around. I'm not sure who else is, and I'm not sure what they're doing in their careers. I'm hoping everybody that is still around is doing well. But if it is a if it is a sequel, Revenge or Return of the Killer Clowns, I'm cool with them bringing back some reoccurring characters. I'm cool with the characters being much older and seeing what they're up to. Just in the case that those pies didn't melt the shit out of them at the end of the film. But I just need something else that's related to the Killer Clowns to pop up, man. I need something new with these clowns, man. It's too terrifying of a concept. It's too entertaining of a concept at the same time for them to just let this go, unnoticed. The idea of a sequel or remake to just go unnoticed. I'm pretty sure everybody will be more in favor of a sequel than a remake because we know people are just like, start with the remakes. Hollywood's recycling the same old ideas, blah 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 blah. But yeah, man. Like I said, 7.5 out of 10. And shout out to the Kyoto brothers. And shout out to everybody that was involved. Suzanne Snyder and Grant Kramer and John Allen Nelson and John Vernon. I want to say John Vernon is no longer with us. Yeah, he died February 1st, 2005. So big shout out to him. Rest in peace. Shout out to Royal Dano, everybody else that was involved in making this film, man. It definitely is a classic, underrated classic, cult classic, whatever you want to call it. Make sure you put classic and put some spec on the name, man. But yeah, people, y'all already know where to go, man. And if y'all don't, y'all can follow the podcast on Anchor, Spotify, iTunes, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Breaker, Radio Public, Podbean, and Podcast Addict. Shout out to Anchor. Follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Romero Tudor. Shout out to the Facebook movie group, The Cinemaniacs. And shout out to the Facebook movie group, The Horror Virus. And last but certainly not least, shout out to the Tudor reviewers, the listeners, the lovers, the supporters out there. I'm going to be completely honest with y'all, man. I don't know which commentary is coming next. So I'm not even going to tell y'all, well, yeah, I'm probably going to do this one next. Or I'm going to do that one. I found my happy place again. I feel like I'm finding my consistency as far as content goes again. So if that requires me to just go out on whims and just randomly do commentaries or draw names out of hats and stuff like that, then I feel like that's something that I have to do, man. That's why I really, as much as I want to have themes and I want to promise you guys what's to come, I know, all right, for a fact, I will say this. Spider-Man No Way Home, whether it's an intox commentary or a completely sober episode, is damn sure it's on my radar this weekend. That I can assure you guys. But as far as anything else, I don't know. Maybe I'll pop up and do Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I don't fucking know. I actually just watched that like last month or so with my daughter, and she's like, oh my god, like there's people and animated people, and this is an old movie. I'm like, yeah, this was one of the first movies to do it. That actually is a really good commentary to do. I don't know, maybe I wasn't that Robert Zemeckis. I want to say it was Robert Zemeckis that did that movie. Maybe I'll just keep it Zemeckis, and maybe I'll do Forrest Gump. Maybe I'll do Flight. I don't know. Maybe I'll do Back to the Future because it is I don't remember the actor's name, but it is the guy who played Biff in Back to the Future. It is his birthday today. I don't know, but it depends. I have no idea where the rest of this afternoon and evening is going to take me, but I do know um listen, people, there will be commentary coming. There's content coming that you guys can rest assured there's content coming. I don't know what else to say. I'm rambling on here, people, but y'all already know the love and support that y'all show me. I show it back to y'all tenfold and then some. So with that being said, people, yours truly, Romero Tudor. Another episode of Tudor Reviews in the can. I'll check y'all on the next one.